All right, now to new information emerging from hours worth of body camera footage released this week from the moments after Ahmaud Arbery was shot and killed. Now, our team has been combing through the hours of footage. Tonight, finding officers responding to the scene did not immediately render aid when they arrived. In some of the video, Arbery appears to be breathing, parts of his body making small movements when officers got there on the scene, and for nearly 3 minutes, officers did not check his vital signs nor render aid. There is no indication Arbery's life could have been saved even if he had received immediate medical care due to the severity of his 3 gunshot wounds. The Glenn County Police Department did not immediately respond to a request for comment. 3 men have been charged with murdering Arbery: Travis McMichael, Greg McMichael, and William Roddy Bryant. They have all pleaded not guilty to their charges.